Okay. Let's see what's going on here. I don't know why, but I was having trouble with Elgato for a second here. Let's see here. Hope the game's audio okay. Looks pretty healthy. One moment. Move away from the mic real quick. Hear the audio on my phone. Okay. I just had to lower the TV volume just a little bit so it doesn't echo. I'm forgetting something. Where did I put it? Excuse me. The file on the left is was me just testing out the disc because I'm borrowing it from a friend. Been borrowing it for months. Been meaning to play this, but so many other stuff came through. Tears of the Kingdom, Street Fighter 6. I want to play Xenoblade 3's DLC on my own. There's a lot I like to play on my own, but I feel like streaming is the best way to cut through my backlog. Give me one moment. Forget one more thing, and I need to find where the heck I put it. Yeah, I could just hear the audio through. My headset too. That works. But I don't know if putting down the volume on TV affects the capturing. Alright, one moment. Almost ready. Man, I almost panicked here. I was like, no. What do you mean I can't stream Wii U games? There's so many games on the Wii U that I have that I want to stream. Hundreds of hours. Hundreds of hours. Worth of fun. Okay, one more moment. I just want to hear my audio. Yeah, that's pretty good. I should leave it around my neck real quick. And then leave an earbud in the Wii U gamepad so I can hear the music a bit. It's a pretty good setup. TV, of course. I don't have capture card connected to my gamepad. Oh, one moment. I just had to spit out my gum. Into a trash can, that's alright. That's kind of tough, actually. Weird how you can't do both. Think I'm gonna go for a control pad for control. Hey, why isn't it called a D-pad? Is D-pad copyrighted? Hold up. Something looks off on my. No. Okay. No. All right. We're good. We're ready to roll. Let me just plug in my phone as well, just in case I get a notification. Oh, I ought to tweet about this. Jeez, no wonder so many streamers do pre-stream stuff. We're almost ready now. Yeah, either way, I gotta give this game back to my friend within a reasonable time, I'd like to say. Like sometime this year. I've been borrowing this thing since like March. I'd say the wheelhouse of games I'll be dealing with, it will be Street Fighter 6, Tears of the Kingdom. I gotta get back to that. This game. And I'd say Pikmin. But also on Friday, I would like to do a one-off. Well, not one-off. Maybe every Friday I just play a random fighting game that I want to jump into again. Maybe like the arcade mode for Sam Show, or oh, especially online King of Fighters. That's been fun too to play. King of Fighters and Street Fighter 6 will probably stick around. I might do like Fighting Game Friday or something along those lines. Anyway, we're here for monkey business. Monkey. Alright, and if you heard an echo earlier, I'm making sure it's not around now. Let's roll. Finally. You could always switch back to the options. Cool. Been a while since I've played a 2D platformer, other than, you know, testing this out. Do. It's a pretty good mic I'm using. I'm on deep. My Wii U gamepad's completely off. I didn't notice. Now I know some people could probably consider me some sort of charlatan for using the gamepad, but considering how I pretty much beat all of Smash with just the gamepad, after I beat all of Smash on the 3DS, it was an upgrade for me. Like, I have no problem with the Wii U gamepad. Oh, I thought I'd be able to hear the audio through the gamepad, but now that I think about it, but obviously I can't because it's not even on. Let me unplug my earbuds for this. TV's enough. So DK was having a pretty good birthday, I'd assume, until they came around, bringing the ice and chill. And summoning a ice dragon. Now, I've been told many a plenty of times that this is peak 2D platforming, and since a lot of games are getting their own fair share of platforming revivals like Mario and Prince of Persia, I feel like now more than ever I should just get this out of the way, you know? I mean, I'm not saying it's like a job or nothing. But hey, I'm long overdue to play this, I feel. And maybe someday I'll be able to get the Switch version just for a funky run. But that thing is never cheap. I think the cheapest I've ever seen it is like 40. Fair enough, it's worth it, but you know, gotta go left, you know. Pretty sure a balloon is a life. Oh, ZL is the roll. That's, huh. ZL and ZR. But you can see Donkey Kong Country Returns too. Hold on. Was it about to turn on and then I messed up? Oh man. Let me go back in one more time. It's the good thing about this Donkey Kong is I'm not being timed here. Okay. There's a secret. I messed up. You can check it at the end of the stream. So yeah, I'd like to play Pikmin 1 because I wanted to do a theme for June, but I've been meaning to also, you know, play Donkey Kong at my earliest convenience, Turok at my earliest convenience, Toe Jam and Earl run on hard, so I've already done the normal ones. Oh! Okay. Banana Slammer. I really appreciate that they make Donkey Kong here absurdly strong. One banana? Out of you? Yeah, that's weird. Banana Slammer. Dog cricket. Not the first time I've seen a cricket look like a dog. Remember Thumper from A Bug's Life? Ooh, it's taking me a bit to get used to these controls. Oh man, when I was trying to figure out why Elgato just wasn't reading my Wii U, I was like, oh no, don't tell me. Ah! Got distracted. Oh, turn that dude to dust. I was like, oh no. Yeah, she hold it like this. Yeah, that works. Banana Fairy. Just like in Rayman. Porcelain Pig. Oh! Scared the heck out of me. Oh, secret area? No? Alright. Whatever. Hold up. This looks breakable. Hey! Bam. David Wise, I am livid. You have screwed me. Oh! I need to get used to that. You have screwed me over for the last time. Baited. D D D D D D D D D D D D. Okay, it's Diddy. I also have returns for the 3DS, but I haven't beaten it yet. Kinda wanna make my mod my 3DS so that it could capture videos as well, but also in the state of, with the state of how things are, I'm kind of like, well, I kind of don't want to risk having it be permanently messed up and not be able to download thing off the eShop anymore. Quite the quandary to be in. So my take would be if who almost messed up there. This turtle don't die. Get him out of here. I appreciate that the levels let you take your time, but I'm not exactly performing at a high level. Oh! It's a shame, too. I'm not exactly a terrible gamer.tm. So I can't even use it as my shtick. Alright. I think I'm fine with just beating this game. And not so much 100%ing it. If you don't get your turtley. Turtley club enough. I mean, am I turtley enough for the turtle club looking? Oh, yes. Yeah, just keep going. What? I thought you died. Okay, never mind. We promote growth out here, boy. Stand tall like a tree. Ow. When it started making that clacking sound, I was half thinking it was gonna be like click, click, click. Oh wow, that's the checkpoint. Ah, y'all just made landfall, huh? That is the term, right? Landfall. Anyway, they're dead. Hey! A very good way of showing me, hey, don't be under this guy. I'm not here to spit poetics about level design, but like, I'm always a fan of when environment can affect enemy too, sort of deal. To show you that it's potentially dangerous. Tough customer. I'm not leaving my little buddy. DK, thank you. I'm sorry, appearing out of nowhere isn't exactly gonna calm me down, my friend. Oh. Whew. I think I just zoned out there. I messed up. There you go. Feels weird with using a shoulder pad. Banana slam. Hissats. Barrel troll. You know what I'm kind of surprised about? That after Sakurai went through the trouble of making unique animations for Donkey Kong to hold barrels and opponents and all that, I'm surprised he didn't just say screw it and make spawning barrels to throw at people one of Donkey Kong's specials. Instead of a headbutt. Like, I don't know where he got B forward from. It's clever. I like how he's just like, and it literally barrels you if you buries you if you're touching the ground. But I don't know what Sakurai was thinking. What a headbutt when he could have been just like, oh hey, Donkey Kong throws barrels, or Donkey Kong has a coca and a gun. Easy peasy. Ah! I didn't know I was gonna reach that close to it. So it's been like 20-ish minutes, and I've only done the first level. I'm ready to tighten up, boy. Whew. I better tighten up. I don't think I've ever seen the loading times take that long. I could go anywhere. Sky's the limit. Ho, ho, ho. I'm so tempted to press the TV button on my Wii U gamepad just to see what the heck happens. Do, do. Yeah, I know. In this day and age, we'd ask ourselves, well, Sur-Shiner here. What you doing playing on a Wii U? When? Woo. When? Eh. Sorry. I just realized how hungry I am. One moment. I'm gonna make sure a DJ screen keeps y'all company. Speaking of which, I'm kind of curious about how the game is gonna look, because I basically had to stretch out the screen of the Wii U gamepad. I mean, of the Wii U for it to fit in frame. Be right back. DJ doing the thumbs up is my temporary BRB posting. Alright, one moment. I'm holding something that I recently just heated up in my. Oh, ow. Collarbone. Alright, let's go. More monkey business, baby. It really just asked me if I was ready to play. It's gotta know, man. I do wonder about the longevity of relatively modern consoles. Cause I'd say like the N64 feels like something that'll last forever. But who knows? And then I think with more advanced technology, I'm kind of concerned about whether or not they built them to last or just built them to last long enough. You know? I'm not saying they'd pull an Apple, I'm just kind of curious in general. Whoa! Just killed that dude. Oh, to grab onto that, huh? Been a while since I played Returns. Kinda would rather have Dixie. Yep, you need Dixie. Ah. Ay. Yeah, all according to plan. I always did wonder about these mountains with these holes in them. What's supposed to come out of there? Giant ants or something? Oh, right. Yeah, just completely forget which one you're supposed to hold. Yo, is that mosquito from Rayman? No, but seriously, what is that? One thing I like telling myself is that, haha, it's like Donkey Kong and Mario share the same world. So look at all this crazy stuff that Donkey Kong's dealing with that Mario hasn't probably never seen in his life. Now, I'm not here to like wax poetics about lore and all that. There's already a famous man by the name of Robert Kongman who discussed such matters in great detail. You make some funky noises. feel like that would have led to a secret area, but I don't care. Oh, didn't they not bring back what's his face? Oh right, shoot, I need that. So I could buy extra lives or something. When the difficulty really ramps up. Ah! Oh, aren't those one of those fish where predators just take a bite out of them and they pretend like nothing happened? Is it following him? It's following him. Oh! Give me this, give me this. I don't know how I missed the first one, but okay. I don't like that. Ah! Oh no! Ah no! Oh, stay low. What are you doing? Whew, this gamepad. I gotta be careful. I have a cover on it, so I can't. So I have to like really make sure that I'm pressing low. Ding. That works. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Robert Collingman. This was one of his favorite games ever. Shout outs to him. He doesn't stream anymore. Funny thing is, one of his last streams was Super Mario RPG. So when they announced the remake, I was like, dang. You know? Dang. Came around to see it. Dang. How could this happen? Yeah, it was like 4 years now. Granted, I really don't have too much time to watch other streamers myself. So many I would like to watch on the daily, see what they're up to, this and that. Got a lot of things to do. Streaming isn't high on the board, but I feel like it's something fun I could do on the side a bit, just a little bit. I try to do the most of it, make the most of it. I do the drawings. So I like to make graphics and emotes for here. Bro, long time no see. Welcome to Funky's Flying By. Don't tell me you forgot your file, Funky Kong. I'm here to help you out on another epic adventure. None like classic Red for righteous revivals. Pitfall got you down, way down. This balloon will really lift your spirits. What's he trying to say? This brand new blue balloon has everything you need for some excellent underwater airtime. And when I look at Funky just as a design, I say, oh man, it looks cool, but simultaneously I'm looking at him and I'm kind of like, huh, don't college girls dress like this during spring break? It's a heart, you better not think too much about that, bro. What? I forgot he said that. Stuff is awesome. I have no idea what it is, dude, but it tastes radical. Vehicle troubles? It's dangerous to go alone. Take one of these. Squawks is the bird with the word on finding puzzle pieces. Kinda just want him around just to have him around. And Barrow. Need a little extra spring to your step. Cranky's no spring chicken, but he sure is spry. Wanna get the jump on those frozen flipper heads? Dixie's your dudette. Feeling the need for some jet-powered action? Diddy's got the skills. Yeah, I just sell my friends. Cool. Yeah, I'm good. Come back whenever you need the help, Kong. Don't forget. Ooga booga. Unga bunga. Banana slammer. Yeah! I love this energy. This also reminds me, people have been debating whether or not 2D platformers is worth the price of admission. Now, I'm a bargain hunter through and through. What the heck? Huh. Sorry. Something fell in my room. Anyway. I'm a bargain hunter. You know, I don't like skipping on quality, but if I could get the same quality for less, I'm going for it. Unless it's of my own, you know, creation or business. That looked pretty obvious. Oof. I keep forgetting which button is grabbed, so I did it for a second and I was like, wait, which button did I press? And then this happened. Am I allowed back in? Oh, wow. They kick you out. Can I redo this level? I like how he's running the opposite direction of the level. I was like, oh, there was a bit of filler in between. Now? Nope. Excuse me. One moment. I'm just trying to crack my back here. I don't look my age, but sometimes I feel older than it. Take it from me. Just take my word for it. That's what I meant to say. Okay, robot helmet man. Thank you. Thank you for understanding. Remember, Why do you grab? Alright, get over here, turtle boy. Alright, now to not have a brain turn off moment. Oh, already, huh? Ah. Oh no. It's your boy playing it extremely safe. Ooh, they gave me a life too. I feel like I'm sensing a bit of lag. Nah, that's just how long it takes. Okay. Oi, oi, oi. You probably wouldn't believe me if I said it, but I was actually one of the few people who were excited to hear that Cranky Kong was gonna be in Tropical Freeze. Now I also wouldn't mind if Cranky Kong was in Smash! But would I main him? Nah. Not like K. Rool, man. K. Rool was my #1 for like the longest time before Wonder Red from the Wonderful 101. Obviously, I think Wonder Red is more than likely to end up in a random indie crossover over Smash. I really think Platinum should branch out that way. I mean, assuming 100% assuming that Platinum Games 100% owns the IP now. Go be annoying. Somewhere else. Oh! Oh! Shoot. Right. Ah, I thought I did it. How do I do it? Oh. I feel like an idiot. Speaking of which, well, not idiocy, just what Cranky's doing. I also have the Scrooge McDuck game. I just got it randomly because they're like, oh, we're listing it on the Wii U. And I was like, no. That was way back when. And it was super cheap. I was like, when will be the next time they put it up on anything? And it's on modern consoles now, and he died, and it's my fault. I killed my dad. It's funny though, like Rare had the answer, and then they mixed it up, and then it confused the whole internet for some time. Or I was like, yeah, that's his dad. No, that's his grandpa. No, that's it. No, it's his. But you can only heavily imply that Wrinkly is his mom. Dead mom. I really appreciate him just being all like, hurry up. Sticks his head out. That's messed up. Give me Cranky. Yeehaw! Oh! Gotta say, a rolling start in order to do something will always bother me. It's just not in my brain. You know, this leap of faith nonsense. Not something I could process. I think it's pretty fitting for Monkey Man in his prime to have a grandpa who looks like he's clinging to life through sheer hatred as a comedy duo. Leap of faith indeed. Oh! That would have killed me if the spikes were there. Gotta be careful here. One moment. Someday my free time to eat and my free time to play video games will not coincide amongst each other. Probably should attack that one. Ah! You warned me a little late there, pig. Oh, what is that? Slug. Careful of slugs. They have sentient ones in Mario Odyssey. Just like what monkeys and humans are, these are probably like the monkey versions. Which messed up because right now I'm playing as a monkey. Well, gorilla. Can I even attack you? I'm no speedrunner, I'll tell you that much. I'll take my dang time when I need to. Yeehaw. Oh, okay. Yeah, just don't kill him. Alright, cool. G for gangsta. I feel like that little piece of something should have just killed the bird. Give me that last banana. Huh. Anything of note other than that coin? Cool, alright. Yeah. Yeah. I'm used to modern Donkey Kong, but I still miss Grant Kirkhope. Sorry, I wasn't ready. 7 is pretty pathetic. Also need to crack my knuckles. Oh man, I did not notice how together Cranky's eyes are. Yeehaw! Cranky doesn't mess around with his running animation. I find it funny how he looks like he's going like, yeah. Giddy up, donkey horse. Yeah, yeah. Oi, oi, oi. I just accidentally killed my dad. Give me this. Ah! I turned my brain off. Mm-hmm. Ah, I see now. Ah! Dang it. The music was starting to sound like something off of Diddy Kong Racing. If anybody knows what the heck I'm talking about. Huh. That was definitely a secret. I barely touched that dude. It's a shame Ukulele's minecart thing didn't feel like this. Maybe the 2D game is way better. But one for 3D, they should have just made it like Donkey Kong 64. Though not as crazy. Because it's almost comparably as hard as ooh! The Alright. Oh shoot! I had to scratch my note. And that last one did not register at all. Hold up. Have I dropped any frames? Wow. Jeez, that is a lot of drop frames. One moment. I did not think this thing was struggling like that. One moment. Where's the cord? There it is. I don't know if it could transition seamlessly from Wi-Fi to Ethernet like my Steam Deck does, but I'm just gonna plug it in. Yikes. Seriously. My bad. Just gonna have to chill here for a bit. Connected success. Okay, now it should be back. Hello, back again. I'm back again. Yeah, but seriously, I should absolutely. Wait, looks like it still kept the same time, relatively. It wasn't as seamless as one would hope, but it seems alright. Okay. Yeah. When I'm playing single player mode games, I should just automatically connect my laptop to the internet. But yeah, that was a lot of drop frames. I had no idea. I need to pay attention to that more often. The video might look super choppy now. Alright, well, I'm ready. Let me just get one more bite in. Don't know if it's gonna be one video file or two. And then I just gotta connect them together again. Oh, I did not think I was gonna be this far back. Dang it. Ooh! Uh-oh. Ah! Walk it off. Oh! Hello, submarine. Oh! Here we go. Co. DK. Donkey Co. DK. Donkey Co is here. He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well. He's finally back to kick some tail. Is Coco on a gun? I'll fire in spurts. If he shoots ya, rest in peace. Ah. What? Oh, should take you into the boss fight. Yeah. Oh no, I just ate something I wasn't meant to eat. Who's this? Alright. Alright. Spending a little too much time in the air. Okay. Really trying to ignore that. And what you gonna do about it? What? Come on. Okay, at some point I'm gonna land on him. Am I doing this on purpose? There you go. It's like the lightest tap. It just does not feel right. Oh! Gotta chill out. Okay. Give me that. Get over here. I had to do like the lightest of taps. And I was so afraid that I was gonna end up touching the horn on his head. Sea urchin. Okay. You are a mother Scott face. Cool. Now, dang it. Light touch. Lighter touch? I see. I knew that would hurt me. I'm all the more annoyed. So I had every right to be afraid. Come on. Get over here. Don't worry about it. It's just a heart. Who you cursing at? A language on this boy. Did he turn a little more pink? Oh! What the heck? Disrespectful. Knock that off. Goblins. Oh no! You're an idiot. What? And what? I like the music playing. Finally. What? Tell me for what? Alright. Oh, come on. You're graceful. I guess you're more than just triple tapping, huh? Oi, oi, oi. I held back. Man. Ah. It feels like I'm doing this on purpose. There you go. There you go. Just get rid of him early. Like, what do you mean my fish didn't work? Take this. I'm looking forward to all the other bosses, huh? Whee! Nope. 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 Go away. What? Yeah, there it is. The first shade change. What? Okay. Right. Like tap early. Okay. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, give me that. Apparently I can't hurt him in that state. Which, fair enough, I guess. Get over here. Ah! One more. What?! Shut up. Yeah, you better leave. You know what I did to the last person that came to my island? I sent them to the moon. Yep, slightly more red. Get them, boys. And they're like, oh, we're exiting stage right. Freaking health sponges. Okay. Oh, this is obnoxious. Oi, oi, oi. Alright. No, get over here. I know you got health. What? I need to roll. Keep it simple. I like how the slaps is like the equivalent of like humans cracking their knuckles or something. Oh, or a gorilla beating her chest. Ah. I feel like a jabroni every time I jump over him. The point of Diddy Kong was so I could steadily fly over these guys. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Right there. What? Right there. Hey! This is just gonna be how I do it. So I keep forgetting not to move. Right there. And what? And what? So? Alright, I got you next time. But I got you next time. Ah! Again. Give me that. Oh! I had to scratch my ear. Still do. Okay. I'm done. It's not even that hard of a boss fight. That was an accident, but I'll take it. Yeah, okay. You're angry at me, but I'm not. But you're not as angry as I am at you. Ah, dang it. There you go. Sometimes you just need some stability. Okay, cool. Big fan of that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, good. What? Figured he mess up. I was like, should I jump on him early? Nah, maybe he just has a tired out state. Well, well, well. If it isn't the bobsled brothers. Send them packing. I beat up a walrus. 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 I need to be more mentally prepared for it so I could really mash. Because mashing triggers just does not make sense to me. Yeehaw! Our island. If I recall correctly, you got way far away. It's like you're just at the edge of the archipelago away from DK Islands. So you go through all this frozen over nonsense to get back to where you were. Good stuff, good stuff. Oh! That I messed up. This kind of reminds me, I always thought that Dixie Kong's hairstyle was cute. Little side curls. The ponytail is her most distinct feature, but that's still part I'm most indifferent to. But yeah, the little Hime bangs. Hime, meaning princess in Japanese. Hime bangs. Little curls on the side. Those Akira Toriyama curls. Those Latina curls. Those. It's adorable. Siano Mungi of all things. Do I have that blow move? No, because it's stupid? Understood. Okay, I don't want to be harsh on it. I just think, of all things for a super strong gorilla to do, having a move where you just blow air at someone is just hilarious to me. Ah! Thought I jumped. I almost fell. Oh my god, it's Tepig's evolution. Okay, Mr. I don't want bananas. Alright, cool. Alright, I'm killing you. I gotta say, I like the dying animations of some of these animals, because he just was all like, what? I'm dying? Ugh. I'm like, yes, you are. Oui! Je vais à défait. Oui. Well, if the owl iconography isn't obvious enough with that background in the foreground, I take it this way. Fight the owl boss. Jeez, imagine being built like this guy. The rolling jump never not makes me nervous, and I hate that. Like, that's a part of the game. I get used to it already. Okay. Carajo. Yeah, just miss him. Heck yeah, brother. I was like, does he really follow me? Rat boy genius. Oh, hey. Dang it. That's what I meant to do. Want to tell me how you could produce fireballs? I skipped by one of the pads and I was like, nah, I'm good. I definitely wanted to do theming mounts, like one dedicated to 2D platformers months ago. I think that was May when I wanted to do it. Jump in June could have worked. Ah! Now we're getting really DKC3 up in here. Cara. Ring. Oh, come on. They even want to give that to me. Or that. What the heck is this? Okay. Oh man. I zoned out for half a second while simultaneously wanting to move. And just about neither happened. Ah! I was like, you gonna land? Go, go, go. I'm zoned out again. What the heck? I think I did. So according to Kekaku, to get hit by the pig every single time. Ah, if they're connected, they both fall too. No wonder. Whew! Almost fell on the one without any protection. Ah! Yeah, just jump into the death barrel. Good idea. Did he just fuck me with his tail? Disrespectful. Sick of that dude. He knew what he did. Go, baby, go. Go, baby, go. You monkey, you weigh gorillion pounds. Alright, I'm ready for you. Yeah, that still does not feel right to do. Oh, wow, would you look at that? Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Oh, I'll take it. D-O. Donkey Og. D-O. Donkey Og is here. He the leader of the bunch. Knowing well, he's finally back from the depths of hell. I still find it funny how I still followed that the artist that made it. So I really need to stretch my nose. No, my I said my nose. Ah. Everything on my upper body more is this. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. I'm sorry. It's just a friend of mine has gone to CEO. Wondering if who he's using, cause he said, "Oh yeah, man, I'm using what's his face, Jamie and Luke." I was like, okay. Right now, I don't know. I do know he's interested in using Rashid, so I hope that they show off some gameplay of Rashid. Rashid's like one of my favorite characters in Street Fighter. DJ's my absolute, and then there's G and a couple others. And Rashid is always in somewhere in the top 10. Give me one moment. I need to get my drink. Oh, forgot to turn off the headset. So enjoy the ASMR of the door closing. Me throwing something in the trash. Of course, my water bottle I put in the freezer almost froze over. It's just really hot in this room. But I didn't want the fan on because it makes a lot of noise. And I'm really thirsty, so figured cold bottle water would do the trick. Oh man. Now I put a tablet of some sort in my drink, you know, for health reasons. They did not sink in all the way. They usually just fall straight to the bottom. Nah, they slowly descended. Alright. Just gotta leave it alone for a couple minutes. Let it do its thing. I'm getting a little confused because I'm between 3 controllers right now. I like that it asks you if you're ready to. Oh, I should. That's probably not far away. All right, it's near my mouth now. It's near my mouth now. The microphone is near my mouth now. Let him know, Donkey Man. Oh no! This is a peaceful little village. Huh. Talk about a last second save. And it's accurately mirrored on me. Huh. Alright, where's Ramby? You know what I think was the dumbest thing? Was when people were like, "Oh man, this ukulele track by David Wise is way better than this Grant Kirkhope track," and I was like, "Oh no." I feel like they're aiming to do different things. I feel like comparing music is pretty difficult to do. Unless it's about the same genre and trying to capture the same feeling. It's like, who did the capturing the feeling better? It's like, no, it was like, it's like trying to compare a victory theme and a boss battle theme. Two different games. It's like, no, they don't have the same letter motif. It's alright. It's fine. Does the rhino do some stomping? Oh. That's what I get for not putting respect on Ramby's name. He's not just a rhino. He's probably like the most popular rhino in video games. If you really think about it. Yeah, I'm not getting much. If I played my cards right, I could have gotten it. Ah! What, you died? Oh, okay. Don't do that. Yep, 0 drop range now. I want to be surprised if it's still not used to this. Okay, so he does do the stomping himself. I was like, he better. We gotta say, Mario and Donkey Kong has some interesting rideable animals. Yeah. The gorilla? Yeah, he rides a dang rhino. The plumber? A dinosaur. Sure, why not? I'm not here to be like, haha, so wacky. It's just like, yeah, alright. It is what it is. In the vacuum, you gotta be all like, oh man, that's a pretty hardcore plumber. Or a pretty hardcore gorilla. A horse? Nah. How much do horses weigh compared to gorillas? Yay! Hold up. No? Can't jump off? I wanted to see if it was doing that Yoshi thing where whenever you ride Yoshi, the music changes a bit. And it seems the music doesn't change. Ding. Oh, do the thing again. Ah. Banana. Slam. Hold up. Nope, not a secret. I'm kind of surprised they didn't make the animal buddies. I deserve that. The animal buddies, the Whee! Can I just walk into them? I think I just could do that with Randy. Yep. What is precision to a rhino, huh? Woo! Looks like the ending. Hey, look at this disaster you caught. French fries. Banana. Tropicana. Alright. Something, how you feel? Do, out of sight. Tweedledee, tweedledum. Look out, baby! Jump, you goon! Get me out of here. Ah! Rhino! That was so messed up. What if I just... And? Yeah. That's what I thought. Boom, 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 boom. One moment. Water bottle. Open sesame. ASMR of a refreshed man. Rat. Another rat. Oi, 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 oi. What is this demon bird? Demon bird. Demon bird. Get the ball. Oh, okay, cool. Demon bird. I thought I was about to jump over him. I thought I had enough room to jump over him. I pressed the jump button. Looked like I aimed straight towards him. Demon bird. Shame to saw it the real time I can stream. Otherwise it'd have to be early in the morning. Man, do I not like going to sleep early. So I'm like, yo, I still got things to do. I'm not trying to be Mr. Leave 'em out for tomorrow. When tomorrow is probably the better time, I should have done it. Or the morning of before I had to be out and about. Oi, oi, oi! Ramby! Ramby! Alright, whatever. I thought he would roll there. Whew. Call this a invasive thought, but I'm trying to remember if I have any fighting games on the Wii U. For Wii, sure. Definitely. Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, I definitely have that. Just trying to remember. Shit. They should have leaned a little more into this whole weight thing. Oh! I like that chat for a moment there. What's it, huh? Alright, let's go. Shut up and drive, 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 drive. Shut up and drive, shut up and drive, right again. Oh, yeah. Demon bird, demon bird. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. It is 2 a.m. I need to chill. Demon bird. I don't know. It's making me laugh more than anything. I'm sorry. The good thing about streaming is it's technically like talking to yourself. You know, I've had such a boring childhood. Talking to myself really helped me set my thoughts right. Okay. Oh, yo, yo. No, no, no. Let me get the moment. Okay. Can't hesitate, man. Or mess up. That was more of a mess up into hesitation. Mesotation. Mesopotamia. It's not even that hard. What am I even doing, you know? I wonder how difficult Super Mario Bros. Wonder is gonna be. Ah! Piece of debris. I just can't stop. Cause I played through the original New Super Mario Bros. And of course they did it 3 more times, so I was like, oh, maybe when I get a Wii, I'll play the Wii U version. Never really got around to it, because I got the Wii U in 2016. And the whole point of getting the Wii U was more so just to catch up on older games. Which I still think was the right move, because then the Switch ended up being the ports to play all the Wii U games for. But sooner or later, it seems like the Switch will catch up. But it feels like it'll catch up to what the Wii U had by the end of its life cycle. And then some, of course. Like, the Wii U is pretty solid. But in a lot of other important ways, the Switch definitely circles it. Runs circles around it. If I recall correctly, there's only like one port of a Wii U game to Switch, where plenty of people prefer the Wii U version. Oh, and it's like New Super Mario something. That collection thing, if I recall. But I think it's so worth playing. But yeah, a lot of people are getting tired of New Super Mario Bros. This generation or New Super Mario Bros. That generation. You can see Ramby's legs. I gotta be ready for Demon Bird. Ooh! Let me run! See, it's give me a little more time. Okay, whatever. What? Okay. Alright. Yeehaw. Oh. Oh. I don't know. I feel like they could have made Ramby look a little better. I don't know in what way. But he does fit with the rest of the art style. It's just making me think, huh? I don't think everything should have looked as blocky as it does. It somehow works on Donkey Kong. Oy, oy. Yeah, I just get hit by it, sure. Oh no! I have no idea how to circumvent that thing. Oh, demon. What? It was like it didn't even listen to me when I mashed the rush button that time. I'm just confused. Okay. Jump! Jump like your life depends on it, because it literally does. And keep going. Oh, thank God. Demon Bird. It's not the end? That's messed up. Whatever. That's how I get over getting mad. Whatever. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Alright. Yummy. Oh no. Did they plan for this? Okay, I'll leave it alone. What do you do now, huh? Do you come back? Oh, I'm in another dimension. Ooh. It does come back. Hey, look at that. Yay. Woo. Rhino, Rhino, Rhino. There you go. None of this makes sense. So? Oh. Rampage. Let's go. Rampage. Rampage. Kara. Sorry. Cabaneros. Yeah, there we go. Rhino. Oh! Rhino! This is the song I play in my head when I'm running, and I'm scared of all the things. Like, oh, I almost died. Oh, again. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. About to lose it. Who said this game was good? It's giving me a heart attack. I'm just being salty. No. Oh, great. My legs are starting to do that tired twitching feel. I know it's been 2 hours since I started, but it's not like it's been 2 hours since I've done things. Now I wanted to do 4 hours of streaming today, but man, I guess I'm not all that tired. Shoot. I need to better prepare myself for next time. This will be the last level. Donkey Kong, it's not that crazy. But yeah, the wheelhouse is definitely Street Fighter 6 online, so I could rank up with DJ. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, so I could give this back to my friends sooner or later. Tears of the Kingdom, so I could continue playing it. So I only got a lick of it. And what I've enjoyed is really fun. But I really want to dive deep into the other stuff that have changed. Because they have put a lot of years behind us. I mean, ahead of us to figure out all the new things in Hyrule between Breath of the Wild to now. And I have to say, so far with the new discoveries, it felt like things that I wish Breath of the Wild had half as interesting stuff to do. Now, again, I did feel really immersed in the wild, just because of how things work dynamically and everything. What, man? Let's just take it to the next level. Yeah, I know some Zelda purists don't care for it. But like, I know it's not like the same thing. But just like how some people are getting pretty tired of the new Super Mario Bros. Aesthetic and gameplay format. Yeah, they're just flown in from stupid town. How could you tell? Diegetic music, go away. So I'm thinking here. There you go. Okay. Die. I kind of find it interesting how everybody else is playable only on separate occasions. I'm pretty sure you have to beat the game there. Local man remembers that the button exists. Did I just off someone? You know, this music literally gives off the same vibe as the one giant maple tree level in 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 Mario Kart. Yeah, I think it first appeared on the Wii, and then they put that course in both 7 and 8 Deluxe's booster course. Booster pack. You got boost power. That's neither here nor there. Yeah, I'm running out of steam already. Sure, I could get an energy drink, but I might be better saved off for tomorrow. Oh, I meant that. Ah, I hit the fire pick. It's cool. Banana slam. Well, they definitely got rid of the blow move. I just wanted to sit there and really make it. Oh man, I'm being self-aware how tired you are sucks. Fair enough. Thing is, I have all 3 of my consoles hooked up. It's just a matter of switching the HDMI cord. Oh, and the Ethernet cord in case I need to be online. I actually don't know if there's any space for my Wii U to use Ethernet, because to save the download data onto it, I had to get an external hard drive that connects to 2 ports. What the heck? Oh! What? That's messed up. Wow. Definitely feels like a leap of faith sort of deal. Ooh. I got my work cut out for me. Yeah, I think I was talking about New Super Mario Bros. Earlier. I missed out on most of it. I played a little bit of multiplayer on the Wii version. I borrowed my friend's DS one beat it completely. A lot of fun. I really like the format. It really makes sense to me that that's what they considered a modern Mario take. But it was 4 games. 4 games, one of each console. Yeah, DS, 3DS, Wii U. And then they just brought back ports to the Switch. Not even like another new such and such ports. We also had both Mario makers use those styles too, so if you're like, oh man, the levels design sucks, and you're like, well, go make one, stupid. But yeah, if you got tired of the style in general and how it feels, understandable. You know, not everybody's playing Streets of Rage 4 right now, even if it is one of their favorites. But yeah, borderline the same game 4 times. Don't blame you. I mean, that's why the Pokemon community. It looked like the penguin just like side jabbed me. Arr! Hey, spit that out again. No, don't do it. Hey. There we go. All right, right. Jeez. What's on your head, sir? Ah! Oh, about the way back here. Fair enough. One moment, I really need to stretch out my back. And not break my jaw over yawning this wide. I can't believe what I see. My spine is not cooperating that well with me in my current state. Ow. Almost done. Almost ready. Just gotta get this nice crick out of my neck. I'm not that well. This will work done. I need to exercise more. There you go. Whew. My bone cells. I'm ready now. Also brought my food closer to me because I forgot. Forgot I was there. Like almost, it's like 3/4 the way done. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stop. No, I can't stop, won't stop. Boom. I can see why they went with throwing enemies. You know, it's not exactly from DK1, but what the heck was that? I keep thinking that Donkey Kong's regular jump is enough. Ah! I overshot that one. Like, the difference between the two feels like day and night. What the heck? That was so delayed. I'm mad. Who do I speak to? The manager of Donkey Kong. Oh, there's a bottle cap. Hydration Nation. Oh. Yeah. Kill him. There you go. Let me land. Why are you so high? Bodyguard, I'm gonna hit kill himself. Wow. Damn, donkey, you don't look. No, put them. Call me the greatest rapper alive. The heavily censored version. Talking about Donkey Kong. Hey, you mind not sideswiping me, huh? Just die in peace. Te respecto. Jump, jump, jump! Oh, what? This is downright disrespectful. What? I didn't read my roll. Granted, that would have probably been a bad idea. Cause probably just would have fell off again. Yo, he fell off ever since that roll. Oh! I swear it doesn't read my inputs. Like, is it negative edge? Is that what I'm messing with on accident? God, they're so quick with it too. I'm losing my lives. It's cool, it's cool. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Don't stream with 3 a.m. brain. Well, almost 3 a.m. brain. Go. 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 Hoo-hoo. I have avenged my own death. I need to get out of this level. There's always a part that makes me feel constipated. Old games were like that too. Like, this is a solid game. I'm just mad. I am salty. Why would I do that? There's a better option. Hold up. Fix the glasses real quick. Alright. Boom. 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 Sideswipe me. Okay. Not enough oxygen is getting to his old brain, huh? Ah! Whew, he's so quick with it. I hate this penguin so much. I have lost over twice. I mean, half the lives that I earned. Alright. Trying to make sure enough oxygen has gotten to my head here. There you go. Then I should have maybe rolled there. It's the public display its disrespect towards Donkey Kong. Please forgive me. I wasn't sure if it was gonna hit me all the way up there, but it definitely did. So interesting. Hypothesis. Yes. Get me out of here. I just had to be like a reckless idiot. Okay, cool. How do you even get past there last time? Because this is not new. Man, I don't even know anymore. I don't know who you are, nor do I care. But your technology intrigues me. Bestow it upon me, and I may let you live. Hey! You rat! Pig! Bananas. As far as you could see. Yeah, another life, probably. That's messed up. The face on that one. No love lost. Hey! You... Where am I? I can't even see me right now. Okay. Big fan of that. Big fan of that. Editor's note. He was not a big fan of that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have my enemies. I don't love you. Dum, dum, dum. Yeah, and oh, oy, oy, oy. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Whew. It's go, DK. It's go, DK. It's go, DK. He did it. Oh. Just gotta use that. I'm gonna buy so many lives the next time I can. Whew. I could not stream under better conditions, but I am out of it today. It's fun. I had a fun day. It's just, oof. I'm probably not gonna stay awake much longer. It saves automatically, right? Don't tell me you just froze. Let's go back to it. See where it is just in case. Because I'm answering the question I always had for like years when it came to returns in tropical freeze. I was like, oh, how does continuing work? Because Lord knows I didn't do that for a game with such a short story. People just did what they could to nurture it. Sawmill throw. Oh, I remember seeing that. It's crazy Mark Hart this level. Alright, well, about to pass out here. If I have any more energy to do any more gaming.tm, it would just be to like mess around in World Tour or something. Then again, I could just use regular sleep for regular purposes. Well, it's right where it needed to be. Well, y'all have a good night. About to pass out now. Sorry. This is Sur-Shiner signing off. Hopefully, tomorrow I can go above and beyond. Live up to the name. Right now, I'm feeling like an old man today. See y'all later.